If you've been following the laptop space lately, you already know we're in this weird transition phase where mid-range machines are quietly getting way more powerful than they used to be. And this one right here is a perfect example of that shift. This is the HP 17.3-inch HD Plus touchscreen laptop, powered by Intel's Ultra 7 255U, paired with 16GB of DDR5 RAM and a pretty unusual storage setup. 2TB total, split between a 1TB SSD and an additional 1TB docking station. On paper, that already sounds like HP is trying to solve a very specific kind of user problem. Someone who wants space, flexibility, and a big display without jumping into full workstation territory. First impression, it's big. A 17.3-inch panel immediately sets the tone here. This isn't your grab-and-go ultra-portable. This is more of a set it on your desk and let it become your daily hub kind of machine. The HD Plus resolution isn't trying to compete with 4K panels or ultra-high PPI displays, but it does lean into usability. Text is readable, the touchscreen adds a layer of interaction that feels natural for browsing, scrolling, or even quick creative tasks. Now performance is where things get interesting. The Intel Ultra 7 255U is designed around efficiency and balanced performance rather than raw power spikes. So what that means in real use is pretty straightforward. You're not buying this for heavy 3D rendering or high-end AAA gaming. Instead, this is built for productivity, multitasking, office workflows, media consumption, and maybe some light creative work. And in those areas, it actually holds up better than you'd expect. Paired with 16GB of DDR5 RAM, multitasking feels smooth. You can run multiple browser tabs, streaming apps, office software, and light editing tools without the system immediately choking up. DDR5 also gives it a bit more future-proofing, which is important if you're planning to keep this for a few years. The storage setup is where HP took a slightly different approach. You get 1TB SSD internally, which handles your operating system and primary apps. Then there's an additional 1TB docking solution, which is essentially giving you expanded storage flexibility. It's not the traditional everything inside OneDrive setup, but it does make sense if you're someone who deals with large files, downloads, or media libraries and wants separation between system and bulk storage. Graphics are handled by Intel Integrated Graphics, so again, this is not a gaming machine. But for everyday tasks, video playback, streaming, and basic creative workloads, it's more than enough. You'll notice its limitations if you push it too far, but within its intended use case, it stays consistent. Design-wise, HP goes with a clean moonlight blue finish here, and it actually stands out without being loud. It's subtle, slightly professional, but still modern enough that it doesn't feel like a corporate throwaway machine. The backlit keyboard is a nice touch, especially on a 17-inch layout where you also get a full number pad. That alone makes it way more practical for people working with spreadsheets, accounting, or data entry. Typing experience is solid. The keys have enough travel to feel comfortable for long sessions, and the large chassis gives you plenty of palm rest space. The webcam is standard but functional for meetings and calls, and with Wi-Fi 6 on board, connectivity is fast and stable in most environments. Battery life is very much aligned with the efficiency-first design of the Intel Ultra 7U series chip. You're not looking at all-day heavy usage under load, but for mixed productivity work, browsing, and media, it holds up reasonably well. What this laptop really comes down to is positioning. It's not trying to be a gaming beast, not trying to be a creator workstation, and not trying to be an ultra-premium flagship. Instead, it sits in that very practical category of big screen productivity machine with modern internals and lots of storage flexibility. And honestly, that's a space a lot of users actually fall into without realizing it. If you're someone who works from home, deals with a lot of files, wants a large display for multitasking, and doesn't want to constantly worry about running out of storage or lagging under normal workloads, this machine makes a lot of sense. At the end of the day, it's one of those laptops that doesn't try to impress you with extremes. It just tries to be useful. And in 2026, that might actually be more important than chasing benchmark numbers. If you want to check it out, the link is in the description.